She promised her mom she would never sneak out again, but the very next day, she went missing. And I think we know who did it. Her name is Kayla Berg, and what happened to her still haunts everyone who hears it. That night, Kayla told her mom she was staying at her friend Natasha's house, but that wasn't the plan, not even close. Kayla and Natasha wanted to go to a party with older boys, alcohol, and all the things their parents would never allow. So they used the oldest trick in the book. Kayla told her mom she was staying at Natasha's. Natasha told her mom she was staying at Kayla's. And it worked. The girls made it to the party, but there was one big problem. Kayla didn't have a phone. So when she didn't make it home that night, nobody could reach her. The next morning, Kayla's mom, Hope, starts calling around. First, Natasha's mom. And that's when it hit both of them. They'd been lied to, and their daughters were missing. Hope filed a missing persons report immediately. But later that same day, Kayla walked straight through the front door, saying she had just lost track of time. Her mom was furious, but also relieved. She hugged her daughter tight and made her promise. Never again. But the very next day, Kayla disappeared. This time, forever. That day, Kayla went to visit her father, James. Her parents were separated, and James was battling cancer. Kayla always tried to check in on him. It was a lot for a 15-year-old to carry. Around 8:30 p.m., a man named Kevin arrived to pick her up. Kevin was 24, Kayla was just 15. But Kevin wasn't a random stranger. He was known to the family, trusted, even. She kissed her dad goodbye and left with him in his Jeep. At 9:30, Kayla stopped at a McDonald's to visit her friend Beth, who was working the night shift. Beth still remembers it vividly. Kayla seemed happy. She told Beth she was hanging out with Kevin and promised to call later, but that call never came. And that moment at McDonald's was the last time anyone ever saw Kayla alive. The next morning, her dad noticed she never came home. At first, he thought it was just another stunt. But as the hours dragged on, panic grew. He called Kevin, and Kevin's response made things worse. He claimed he had dropped Kayla off, but didn't know the address, didn't know the friend's name. He couldn't remember anything. Suspicious, right? Later, when Kayla's mom, Hope, couldn't reach her either, she knew something was wrong. When Kevin finally texted back hours later, saying his phone had died, he repeated the same strange story. That he dropped Kayla off at a dark house, lights off, no address, no details. Days passed. Kayla was still missing. Police listed her as an endangered runaway. But as time went on, Kevin's story began to unravel. First, he said he didn't remember where he left her. Then he changed his story, claiming he dropped her at her ex-boyfriend Miguel's house. But Miguel didn't even live there anymore. The house was abandoned, and Kayla knew that. Why would she ever ask to be dropped off there? When police checked Kevin's phone records, something strange appeared. His phone was either dead, off, or inactive during the entire time he was with Kayla. No GPS data, no proof of where he went. How convenient. Police searched his house, his Jeep, his phone. They found things, but nothing leading to Kayla. Kevin claimed he went straight home after dropping her off. His mom backed him up, but there was no solid evidence. When police pressed harder, Kevin lawyered up. They charged him with reckless driving and endangering a minor, hoping he'd crack. But he pled not guilty. The charges were dismissed. Kevin walked free. Police turned to Miguel, Kayla's ex-boyfriend, but his behavior raised eyebrows too. He never helped with the search, never reached out to the family, and Kayla's mom always thought his silence was suspicious. But without evidence, the case went cold. Years passed. Then in 2016, a disturbing video surfaced online. It was titled, "Hi, Walter." In it, a man bragged about meeting a girl at the mall. Behind him, in the background, a girl appeared tied up. The internet exploded. People swore the girl looked just like Kayla. The FBI even got involved. But eventually, it was proven fake. The girl was an actress. Kayla's family was crushed by the false hope. But if anything, it brought her case back into the public eye. To this day, Kayla Berg is still missing. Her family has never stopped searching, never stopped demanding answers. If you ask them who knows the truth, their answer is clear. One name, Kevin.
But what do you think? Was Kevin hiding something all along? Or was he just the unlucky last person to see her alive?